Well, we had that storm come through earlier this morning, that severe storm that produced that wind gust of 85 miles per hour at the airport. Here's a photo we got in from Zoe Harper showing kind of the rain shafts as they kind of fell out as this storm started to collapse as it moved into the San Angelo area. And that's what allowed that wind gust to really pick up. All this air kind of sinks down, it hits the ground, and then it's forced out in both directions. And that forcing of the wind is what created that strong wind gust that, again, created plenty of damage and as well as those power outages across the San Angelo area. Things are a little bit quieter for today as we kind of looked out towards our eastern counties. We did have another cell pop up. This is well far off towards our eastern counties. This is thanks to Luis sent us this photo in right around sunset today. And we take a look at the satellite and radar. We can't see that storm. That was what we were talking about at the 6 o'clock show. That continued to linger into our area, but it kind of fell apart right as it got towards the Brady area. And so hopefully just some beneficial rain, and didn't get any of the severe reports, anything with that. And so very beneficial rain, especially for that area in the eastern counties, because that's been particularly dry for the area. As far as the drought monitor is concerned, everybody could be using some rain, but again, that eastern area could definitely use that rain. So hopefully some beneficial rain from that little cell that kind of passed through. Today, temperature-wise, pretty close to averages, both for our highs and our lows. And we did get some beneficial rain, about ½ of an inch. So that brings our total for the month to just over 1 inch for the entire month of August. Looking at downtown San Angelo, temperatures right now 83 degrees, still pretty humid with the dew points in the lower 60s. And again, those easterly winds, that's what's keeping us a bit cooler and only into the mid-90s for our daytime highs. That trend is going to continue going into the rest of this weekend and to start off next week. Temperatures across the Concho Valley, lower to mid-80s, 82 in Mason, 83 in Eden, 84 in Mertzen. So again, cooling off as we kind of go into the rest of this evening, and especially with those clear skies, things kind of clearing out. Still hanging on to that 20% chance of rain. That was that kind of shower that kind of passed through. For the most part, we will stay clear, cooling off into the lower 70s with an overnight low of 71. Tomorrow, much of the same for today. Mostly clear skies, and again, sunny with hot temperatures getting into the upper 90s. Send southeasterly winds. Again, those easterly winds are what's going to keep us below that triple-digit mark. Taking a look at the futurecast, we'll see these clouds continue to scatter out as we go through the overnight hours, and that allows us to warm up a little bit more tomorrow with those sunny skies and mostly clear skies. And then as you start your work week, we're going to start to see a push of moisture from the east. We'll start to see those chance for some clouds to build in on Monday, and that's what we'll be watching the tropics for. So again, the tropical storm Marco is moving into the Gulf now. They expect to continue tracking to the north and then begin to shift off towards the west. And we're going to be watching that westward turn, because depending on how far it pushes in towards Texas or whether it only stays in Louisiana will depend on whether we get clouds or whether we're going to get some rain showers or how much cooler temperatures we're going to be able to get. So right now it looks like it's just going to stay shy of us. So we may get a little bit of moisture, kind of like how Hurricane Hannah made landfall in southern Texas, but still brought us some cooler temperatures. We're also watching another tropical. This is Tropical Storm Laura that is moving into the Gulf of Mexico over the next couple of days as well. So we're possibly having 2 hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico at a very similar time, and they're going to follow very similar tracks. They're going to be coming in right along this line and heading in towards the Louisiana area. So we're going to continue to watch these 2 storms as they interact, because as those storms interact, it adds a lot of uncertainty to the storm tracks themselves. So one of them could easily weaken while the other one strengthens and takes up that energy from the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll continue to keep an eye on the tropics going forward. So for our 7-day forecast, normal temperatures to start off your work week, still in the upper 90s, but again, pretty close to normal and not in that triple-digit mark for the most part. Wednesday and Thursday, that's what we'll be watching for, that surge of tropical moisture coming in from the east. Slight rain chances, but mostly we'll be dealing with some cloud coverage. And then as that moves out, we'll be looking at those triple digits returning by next weekend.